This is a story about how a sick camping trip all went wrong, but with some flexibility, a little bit of perseverance, we were able to save the trip. So the plan was to meet up with my buddy Jacob, camp overnight, and then spend the whole next morning fishing in an extremely secluded section of water. Before I met Jacob at camp, I decided to drop the paddleboard in for a few hours. This was my first mistake. After paddling for a couple hours, I packed up my gear to meet Jacob, but I had left one crucial thing behind, but I wouldn't realize it until much later. That night, Jacob and I grabbed dinner. Once returning to camp, we realized we lost his car keys somewhere along the way and had to retrace our step and ended up not being able to camp at all that night and slept at his place. Still determined to catch fish, we launched in the morning, and that's when I realized I lost my paddle. I'm about to lose my mind. It's 7 o'clock. The sun's coming up right now. It's beautiful. We should be out in the water freaking paddling and fishing. But we had some complications last night. We actually weren't even able to camp. We had to go back and stay at Jacob's house like 30 minutes away. And this morning, somewhere along the shuffle of us moving around and getting kayaks and paddle boards, I lost my paddle for my paddle board. And I drove up 3 hours to fish here, stayed the night. We got up early this morning to get back here to come and fish, and I don't have a paddle. And nothing opens up. It sells paddles until like 9 a.m., which is in 2 hours. After driving around for hours, I finally decided to return to where I thought I left my paddle. Clarity is looking beautiful. I was just paddling and I blew out a ton of black drum. I'm not sure how big they were. I mean, there were some really big headweights and a lot of water moving around. It's a Sakoshi bug. It's a bait made by Ketchco. Really good finesse bait. And I have it on a small Ned head right behind the boat. School of redfish. There's the fish. Oh my gosh, out of all that, I hook a freaking snook in the middle of all those. Is it a trout? Yeah, it's a trout in the middle of like 45 black drum. A trout comes up and eats my lure and just scares all of them. Come on now. There it is. That might be another really big trout. Yeah, that's a big freaking trout. That's a real big trout. All right, I can't be mad about this one. Okay, not as big as I thought, but he's a good one, man. But, oh, there's like literally like 20-pound black drum, and these trout are right in between them, just waiting for these black drums to scare up things for them. But man, that's a beautiful trout. Beautiful daddy trout right there. And look at that Sakoshi bug, choked. Okay. There's a fish. That might be another trout. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Of course. Literally just scared out like every single black drum when I hooked this freaking little trout. Okay, it's not even a little trout, but. Oh. Wow, another trout, and he just like picked that up so slow. Like all of a sudden my line was just moving. I thought for sure that was gonna be a black drum the way I picked it up so slow. But basically every time I hook a trout, I watch all the drum I'm trying to creep up on blow out of wherever they were. Another trout, damn it. It's like whenever I find the black drum, I throw at them and I get just freaking bopped by a trout. And blow out all of them. Those are all black drums swimming away from me right now. Not get a bait past these trout. Normally I'm not upset about that, but at the moment I'm kind of annoyed. So there's two fish cruising right here. Reds, for sure. There it is, nice red. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. Not a huge one, just like a smaller guy, but awesome. Awesome to sight cast him like that, coming right down the bank. Whew. Man, these black drum got me so fired up, but it's nice to just be hooked into a beautiful, beautiful red. I dropped a Sakoshi bug right in front of him, twitched it 2 or 3 times, and just felt him go boom, hammer it. He had a buddy with him too. I always find that when fish are together, they're a lot easier to catch because they get a little competitive with one another, and they're like, no, 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 I got this first. Get out of my way, scrub. By no means a giant, but a beautiful, beautiful, probably about an 18-inch red. The crazy thing about using these finesse hooks is you can run really light drag and it works really well for sight casting. With that hook, I mean, you have to keep tension on. They barely stay pinned in them. Off he goes right there. Didn't even want to hang around for 2 seconds. Dude, this place is too cool looking, man. So Jacob and I have taken a moment to sit down, enjoy some water, some snacks, and talk about our game plan here. It's been a very flustered morning, but we've managed to catch some fish despite all of the odds. But the wind is really starting to pick up on us, and we are in a kayak and a paddleboard, and we are victims to the wind. So, and we're thinking about sending it back to the ramp because it's so windy, but instead we're gonna bite down, paddle even further, and there looks like a good pocket just around the corner, and we're gonna get there, see if we can find some big trout skis, some big reds, black drums, snook, anything that wants to chomp down, and see if we can make it happen. Oh, they're all right in front of me. You pushed them right into me. That was awesome. We found another pocket loaded with black drum, but at this point, I'd thrown it maybe over hundreds of them today and just could not get one to eat. Oh, mega black drum right there. I think they already see me, but whatever. Oh no. Oh my gosh, he ate it. No way. I literally thought, I just like assumed that I had to have snagged him, but the freaking thing's in his mouth. No freaking way. Oh my gosh, I just saw them going across really quickly. Flip my freaking, it's a biospawn exopod. It's a craw for largemouth fishing. And I saw these 2 huge black drums swimming across the flat. And I literally just flipped this up in front of one of them, just not really expecting it. And he swam right over top of it. And I kind of lightly swung the hook, and I thought I snagged him at first, but 100% got him in the mouth. No way. Jacob, I got a big black drum on. Yeah. Oh man, insane. We've been chasing around giant black drum all day long. I can't believe it finally just happened, and literally the most casual cast I've made on one the whole entire day. Unbelievable. I'm just getting towed across the river right now. Oh man, there is not stopping this fish, dude. Nothing like a good sleigh ride in the paddle. I'm kind of at the mercy of him right now and the wind. And he's dragged me right towards a big freaking manatee laying in the grass. No, come on, dude. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So awesome, man. I'm gonna go over to the sandbar. It's not like a giant one, but it's a good one. Unbelievable, man. So it has already been an awesome day of catching reds and trout. I mean, I used the plural version of reds, even though I've caught a single red. And we have seen more black drum today than I think I've seen in my entire life. And I've casted at hundreds of them. And this is the first one to eat, or second one to eat actually. And it was the most half-assed cast of my entire life. And he ate a Biospawn Exo Swim. That is a bass bait, a craw right there. Beautiful, beautiful, big nasty black drum, probably just 12 pounds. I mean, these things get literally 5-6 times the size. They get enormous, but that is just so cool and such a blessing for today. We've worked really hard, and to catch a really nice fish like this is just super, super rewarding and major blessing. Oh man, really not even in there. So important, dude. Oh dude, this drum is hammering. If you're not aware, there's a reason they're called black drum. So them, redfish, sea trout, croaker, they're all in the same family. They call them drum because they make a drumming sound, and black drum are like the kings of it and make such a deep bellow. They're such awesome, awesome fish. One of the reasons they're so tough to catch is they're really, really great smell and sensory. Oh, that's so cool. Sensory animals. We'll make sure we get a really good release on him. Whew. Jacob, thank you for the assist, brother.
Yes, sir.
Wow, finally happened.
Jacob and I then fished for another hour or two, but had a long paddle back straight into the wind. Today proved that a little bit of perseverance and determination can really go a long way.
Land ho.